You've been spending a lot of time in the lower decks lately, Bran. Tinkering with rusted pipes and industrial valves feels safer than returning to the bridge. That the repairs you're making down here are amateur at best. You represent the beta wave frequency, the part of the brain responsible for active, waking thought and routine decision-making. When a mind is healthy, you're the engine. When struggling, you're the source of chronic overthinking. This vessel, the Alex, or Autonomous Life Explorer, operates as a high-fidelity model of a human brain. Every station on this bridge corresponds to a neural structure or chemical process. But hiding in the maintenance tunnels reflects a mind trapped in chronic avoidance. You've abandoned the command center, leaving the vessel to drift without direction. Past failures have conditioned you to shrink. You rely on bodged mental shortcuts and quick fixes to stay out of sight, hoping that if you remain small enough, you can avoid any new pain. This retreat from reality leaves the entire ship exposed. When waking consciousness refuses to engage with the world, the mental ecosystem begins to destabilize, inviting a total systemic collapse. Your isolation has created a dangerous vacuum in the ship's communication network. Without input from the bridge, the systems lose access to the truth of what's happening outside. This is the biological mechanism of rumination. When your beta waves are starved of objective facts, they begin feeding on internal gossip and unverified misinformation. The signal enters the loop, finds no exit, and begins to repeat. Each rotation amplifies the stress. A minor concern about a single conversation or a missed deadline rotates through the loop until it triggers a ship-wide catastrophic alarm. This feedback loop triggers a massive release of cortisol into the bloodstream. In this environment, the stress hormone is no longer a chemical signal. It takes on a monstrous physical presence within the ship. The first manifestation is Cretinine, the personification of paralyzing dread. He represents the stage of overthinking where thoughts become so heavy they freeze you in place. Then comes Cropper, the frantic energy of pure panic. He is the erratic, aggressive impulse to run, hide, or strike out at anything that moves. Finally, you face Miss Cripps. She is the cold, unrelenting voice of self-condemnation, judging every move you make with a rigid, unforgiving standard. You think your hiding places and your silence are keeping these monsters away. In reality, your refusal to face facts is the primary power source for this toxic crew. Avoidance ensures the threat remains, while starving the mind of the truth required to defeat it. You cannot think your way out of a loop that is powered by your own thoughts. Breaking this cycle requires a total redirection of your mental energy. You have to stop analyzing your own internal worthiness and look outward, toward the immediate needs of the people around you. Stepping out of the isolation of the cryo chamber begins the thaw. When you ask your crew what they need to survive, you force your brain to engage with external reality. This shift to service acts as a biological circuit breaker. By focusing on the survival of others, you displace the self-focused rumination loop. The brain cannot maintain a state of paralyzing panic when it is occupied with the high-stakes responsibility of being useful. Bran's struggle isn't a story about a fictional ship. His neural pathways are a reflection of the habits you've carved into your own mind. You have the choice to continue tinkering in the basement while the ship drifts toward collapse, or you can find the courage to unlearn the toxic habits that keep you small. The Insiders explores this path toward reclaiming the bridge of your own mind. It maps the journey of navigating through the wreckage of old failures to find a purpose that actually sustains you. Real mental resilience is built on the floor of the bridge, not in the shadows of the maintenance tunnels. It begins when you turn toward the truth and commit to serving the world outside your own head.